If you're like me, you probably have a problem with your E-MU data wheel encoder. Yes, this is a problem that plagues a lot of the different EMU things that have this little data wheel, and hence they have an actual replacement on various sites where you can buy it. I bought one, and today I'm going to show you how to actually replace that. Here's the problem. Whenever you turn your data wheel up or down in either direction, basically it either doesn't move, or it jumps, or it just doesn't work, and this is a problem with the inside of it, which I'll show you at the end what it actually looks like. But the inside of it, there's just little mechanical problem, design problem, and they fail over time. So anyways, bought a new one. Here's a picture of it, or a video of it, and I'm just going to show you how to replace them. You'll need these tools from left to right. That's a regular soldering iron, some solder, and then we got a solder sucker iron, and then I just have a multi-use screwdriver with different sizes. Okay, so first there are a couple screws. There's 4 right there, and there's also 4 on the other side. You'll need to take those out. Don't forget the 3 in the back. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit blurry, but they're on top. And after you get it out, that's what it looks like right there. Not too much. On the left-hand side there, you'll see some of the ROMs. These are the expensive parts, so make sure they're there. If you just bought one they aren't, then you got ripped off. Okay, so I'm just going to take this little clip there and gently pry those 2 things open so I can get that ribbon cable out. Again, gently is emphasized. And then I'm going to unplug that right there, remembering which direction is actually it's plugged in so that I don't switch it the other way, because it is kind of reversible and we don't want to force it. So now that I have that done, the 2 left screws all the way on the left of this picture, you're going to take those out, and then also remember on the other side. And then in the middle there's that metal strip that kind of holds the front facade on. You're going to need to take a couple of screws off of that very carefully as to not damage the board, or make sure you don't want to scratch it or touch it really. And then after you pry those apart a little bit, you're going to be taking those 4 screws. There's 2 hidden behind the ribbon in that picture. And you're going to get a good look after you take those screws out at this part. That's the part we need to change. Alright, it's kind of difficult here. This is the hard part. Maybe you need to get some help. We need to unsolder those 5 terminals right there. You know what? It's something that's tedious, but remember, you want to make sure, and there's the tool that we're going to use, you want to make sure that you just have patience here and be very careful, because that's hot. And you want to make sure that you don't touch that to any other part of the board that could be damaged from the heat, like that ribbon, for instance. Okay, so now we've actually successfully solder sucked 1 terminal there. You see it, it's kind of on the bottom right, and there's no solder there. The other 4 are still waiting to be sucked. There it is. I kind of had to pry it off. I may have used some pliers in here to do that. You know, it's kind of tricky. Just have patience. There's a little bit of solder there on the left. I just flicked it off. It came right off. Same there. There's the other side. A little droplet of solder there. You can just brush it off after it cools down a little bit. Okay, and then I didn't really show it there, but I put it back on there, and I made sure that I soldered all 5 leads there. Very good, nice, good solder joint, and there's the front of it there. This is the part that, that's what we fixed there, all ready to go. And okay, so I started to put it back together in reverse order. Don't forget to plug that back in or it won't work. And there's a picture of it. Looks normal, exactly how it was before. And I put the plug in, I pushed the wheel back on, and there you can see it is working just how it did whenever it was brand new. So it goes successfully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you know, or in this case we're up to 50s, 40s, 30s here on either direction. Now I'm going to show you what actually happened to that particular wheel. If you were to take apart that little encoder, 1, 2, 3, 4 prongs on there, then you'll see this is the part inside there that's actually broken. There are 3 little brass prongs on the top, there's 1 on the bottom, but the 3 prongs on the top, that's where the problem is. Those connect to that wheel on the right hand side and tell it to go up or down, and those 2 prongs on the top are touching each other. If you separated those, this wheel would work very fine. But you know what, I just went ahead and bought a new one because I didn't want to deal with putting it back together and having it happen again. The new one may be a new old stock. It may be a completely different part, made it in a different time, manufactured at a different time. It may look different on the inside. I don't know. But I'm just going to assume that it's going to work a lot longer and a lot better than the one I had, the original one. And this is a problem that affects lots of different models of this. This is the X-Treme Lead one. It also had a bad one. This is the Vintage Pro. It's been known to also fail in this one too, but again, this part, it's not very expensive. If you contact me at tweakheads@gmail.com, I could go ahead and send you one, or I can help you if you get stuck along the way. So, if this video has helped you out in any way, you can return the favor by shopping at Zounds Music via my affiliate link. Zounds is a great store. They have thousands of new products online that won't have this problem with the data encoder wheel, and you can get there by typing into your browser shop.tweakheads.com. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video.